Don't touch that dial. Let the dog let himself out. Whoa! Hold on to your seats. Whoa! It's time for the Lakeville Government Channel Kids and Government program. Kids and Government, yeah!
On today's show, join Hank the Hog as he checks out this year's youth art exhibit at the Lakeville Area Arts Center on Pigs, Peaks, and Paintings. Joe the Monster discovers how they take out ice and put in carpeting at Ames Arena on Conversations with Joe the Monster. R.R. the Raccoon goes in-depth and chats with a young man with autism. R.R. discovers that he is not only wild about puppets, but he's the Kids in Government show's biggest fan. And don't forget about our puppet blooper segment and kids' quick tips throughout the show.
And I'm Roger Mildewstain, your announcer, here in the front of Christina Huddleston Elementary. And now, here's the host of Kids in Government, R.R. the Raccoon. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Lakeville Kids in Government. I'm R.R. the Raccoon, your congenial host, here in our program where we take a humorous and educational look at how government works. Hey, we're coming to you from Christina Huddleston Elementary, and this is Mrs. Mosier's first grade class. Say hi, everyone. Hi. And these guys are going to help me during the show today. This is pretty exciting, isn't it? Yeah. Very good, and I got to ask you, and I always ask everyone this question. Have you guys ever had a raccoon in your class before? No. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. They're less than enthusiastic about that part. Well, folks, let's get right to our show because we got an exciting program. First up here is a segment with the world's greatest puppet detective, Mr. E. So take it away, Ask Mr. E. From the Lakeville Government Channel 16 studios in downtown Lakeville, this is Ask Mr. E with, what's his name again? Oh yeah, cue music with Mr. E. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ask Mr. E. I'm Mr. E, the world's greatest puppet detective, and as in every episode of Ask Mr. E, this segment is written, produced, directed, starred, and pan-greased by me, Mr. E. That was a pretty good one, wasn't it? Well, hey, Mr. E has a surprise for you. Don't I, camera operator? That's right. Mr. E actually knows what we're talking today. Today, we're going to find out what a transit station is.
Check it.
What was that? Anyway, today, we're going to be talking about what is a transit station.
Woo!
Now, just saw a green blur go by me. Must be seeing things. It must be my monocle. Anyway, finally, we're going to be talking about what is a transit station. And it... excuse me, producer, did you see what I saw? Yeah. Was that a green frog wearing a dress? It must be a girl frog. What is a girl frog doing on this edition of Ask Mr. Rio? What are you doing sneaking up on a rat like that, frog face?
Well, I'm here because you're talking about transit stations.
That's right. Well, do you have a question for Mr. E about a transit station?
Yes, why is your nose purple?
I'll show you why it's purple. That was quite a tussle there for Mr. Reed. Oh boy, I think I'm going to get warts for that encounter with that frog. Anyway, let's take a look at today's letter. Today's letter comes from little Kermit J. Smith. And Kermit J. Smith writes, Dear Mr. E, what is a transit station? Well, little Kermit, it just so happens that I, Mr. E, know someone here at City Hall that can help us discover what a transit station is, and we won't need no help from any old green frog. So Hey, camera operator, do you have a net for that frog? Anyway, I'm gonna get that frog.
I decided to call my good friend Dave Olson, who is the Community and Economic Development Director for the City of Lakeville. To my surprise, Dave was in his office and picked up the phone on the second ring. I explained my need to find out what a transit station was. He listened carefully, and when I asked him if he could help me out, to my surprise, he said,
Sure, that'd be great.
At that point, we set up a meeting. We hooked up at the relatively new Park and Ride on Kenrick and Interstate 35. I got right to my questions.
What is a transit station?
Transit station, as this one operates, is a station where people that want to and need to get to downtown Minneapolis can come here, park their car, and get on a bus that has express service to downtown Minneapolis. It's about a 30-minute bus ride from Lakeville to downtown Minneapolis.
Very cool, so they don't have to sit stuck in the traffic on 35W, eh?
That's correct. That's correct. There have been improvements made to the corridor itself, and in some cases the buses have priority to go in the HOT lanes and HOV lanes, so it's a faster trip and certainly a less stressful trip.
As Dave and I parted ways, I had the profound sense that I, Mr. Reed, now knew what a transit station was. Well, that's it for this edition of Ask Mr. E, everyone, and I hope you, Kermit Smith, now know what a transit station is. Everyone, this is Mr. E for Ask Mr. E. We'll see you next time, folks, on Ask Mr. E. Let's see how many times I can say Ask Mr. E. I'm getting out of here. Come on.
Hey, we're back here in Mrs. Mosier's class. Hey, you all got your homework done last night? Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm going to ask you a big question. Are you guys all ready to answer a real difficult, tough question? Yeah. Good, good, good. Now, I'm going to tell you the question, and then I'm going to give you the three choices, and we'll see if you guys can correctly answer the question. Okay, here we go. The question is, what is the group that makes the big decisions on how city government works? All right? Now, your choices are the city council, Yo Gabba Gabba, or my armpit smell. So which one is the answer? City council, Yo Gabba Gabba, or my armpit smell? They got it right! City council, you guys are so smart. Very good, excellent. Well, I got a couple more questions, but right now, it's time for us to introduce our next segment, which is Conversations with Joe the Monster. Take it away, Joe.
And now it's time for Conversations with Joe the Monster.
Hey everybody, it's me, Joe, here for another Conversations with Joe the Monster. And joining me today here at Ames Arena is my good friend Shane Ratcliffe. How you doing today, Shane?
I'm good, Joe. How are you?
My tongue is stuck in the back of my throat. Could you peel it out, please? Oh, thank you very much. I was having a little trouble talking to you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hey, I understand that hockey season and skating season is over, and you guys are gonna rip the ice out of here. Is that true?
Yes, we are.
Explain the process to me.
Well, first off, we're going to turn off the ice making plant, which keeps the ice cold.
Yeah.
Then we're going to bring the bobcat out and plow out the snow.
You're gonna bring a live bobcat? What's that cat gonna do? Is it a cat, a living animal?
It's actually a skid steer piece of equipment that helps tear out the ice.
Oh, you fooled me. I thought it was a cat.
No.
An animal from the feline family. Funny for me. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment there. All right, so how's the bobcat rip up the ice here?
We'll back it out here and we'll just put the bucket down and then jab it into the ice and start plowing it out.
Wow, does that hurt the ice?
No, it doesn't hurt the ice.
Excellent. Now, do we have to worry about the paint, any environmental things with all the logos and the lines you've got painted on the ice rink here?
Now the paint is all environmentally friendly, so it's all safe for the environment.
You were thinking about that before when you put it down, didn't you? You're such a smart guy.
Absolutely.
All right, anything else you need to know there, Shane?
No, nothing special with taking the ice out. Just a long day.
All right, Shane, let's do it. Look at that, he's popping wheelies. Hey, that's really cool driving that bobcat. You think you'd let a monster drive the bobcat and rip up the ice?
Sure, you can drive that, Joe.
Cool! Let's do it! Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Here we go.
Joe the Monster driving the Bobcat. Get out of the way, cameraman. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, here we go. This is great. I'm driving with my feet. I think I better let the professional get back in here. I'm done. Well, seeing though this process takes so long, it's a good thing we got a time-lapse camera, because the work they do is meticulous and they do a good job. So let's go to the time-lapse. I'm gonna take a rest. Well, once they get the ice broken up, they clean up the floor in preparation to put down the turf. Oh yeah, we get to see them lay down carpet where the ice was. Cool. Now that we've got the turf in the building, it's time to rock and unroll it. Ha 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 ha. Well, after several days, the project is now completed. We actually have turf here in the arena. It's amazing. Good job there, Shane.
Thank you.
Now, what kind of sports do they play on here?
We do lacrosse, baseball, softball, things like that, soccer.
Very good. And we obviously have a lacrosse team that's practicing today.
Yes, we do.
And do they do that quite often?
Yep.
Well, Shane, once again, I want to say thank you very much to you and your staff for allowing us to videotape you guys at work.
Anytime.
Yeah, it was very fun. And hey, I noticed they're getting ready to play some lacrosse. Do you think they'd let a monster play lacrosse?
I'm sure they would.
Cool. Well, send me the ball there, ladies. Oh, got me right between the eye. I don't think I want to play lacrosse. It's too rough of a sport. Oh. Greetings,
Fell down the stairs. Hello, everyone. It is I, Hank the Hog, here for another edition of Pigs, Peaks, and Paintings. And I'm just so excited because it's time once again for the youth art exhibit here at the Art Center. So let's get right to it. This way. Oh, look at that cute little bunny, but I'm a little bothered by the expression on the girl's face. Wonder if the rabbit left a couple jelly beans on her lap. I'm involved in a stare down. I wonder which one of us will win. The painting with the painted on eyes, or the puppet with the felt eyeballs glued to his face. It's always been my dream to be a butterfly, but I don't think they have pig butterflies, but it's nice to imagine what a pig butterfly would look like. Hey, I'm now joining Hermine, who's one of the adult painters here. How you doing, Hermine?
Great.
Good. And what are you working on today?
I'm working on a raccoon.
Oh, it's very good. And in what medium are you working?
Water mixable oil.
Ooh, water mixable in oil. Can you put that in your gas tank and make your car run?
Not very efficiently.
Probably not. Well, nice work. Take a look at that raccoon. RR would be very proud. I'm now talking to Helen. How are you today, Helen?
Well, I'm very well today.
Very good. Well, I love your painting. Your fruit and what's in the other bowl over there?
Oh, the bowl has got grapes and apples and oranges and pears.
Very good. And what's in the other container over there to the left of the fruit bowl?
Oh, this is a bromelade plant.
Bromelade? Never heard of it before.
Well, a pineapple is a bromelade.
Really?
And this is another form of it.
Oh, it's very nice job. And oh, look at all those lovely colors. What's your favorite color, Helen?
Oh, I'll say blue.
Oh, very nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Big. Well, that wraps up our tour here of Pigs, Pigs, and Paintings this month. I want to say kudos and bravo to all the student artists who have art on exhibit here at the Lakeville Art Center. And I also want to thank my adult painters in the back here for letting me chat with them quickly. And I just wanted to let you know, too, if you are interested in attending any of the art classes here at the Lakeville Area Art Center, you can call the Art Center at 952-985-4640. Or check out their classes online at www.lakevillemn.gov. Oh, and I love paintings, and it was so nice to take a look at all the fun stuff that they're doing. They're working in so many different mediums, clay, watercolors, the whole kit and caboodle, and it's just so fun to be a pig these days and be able to look at all this different art. And well, I'm going on and on and on. We'll see you next time, folks, on Pigs, Pigs, and Paintings. I'm gonna go take a look at what Helen's doing. Good job.
Hey, how you doing, ladies? Very good. Now, are you guys ready to have me ask you a question? Yeah! Good. Wait a minute. Can I ask you, what are you working on this morning? Posters! Oh, posters for what? Oh, you guys are reading some cool books and you're making some cool posters. I love it. I love it. You know what? I like to read, too. And my favorite book is, of course, about raccoons. That's pretty good. All right, are you ladies and gentlemen ready for your questions? Yeah! All right, here is your question. How do people end up on the city council? Do they get elected? Do they get elected by eating the most pies at a pie eating contest? Or my armpit smell? What was that I heard in the back? They get elected, that's right. Give yourselves a hand. Nicely done. Wow, Mrs. Mosier's class is very, very smart. And as we're finishing up, and I think I'm going to work on a poster too, let's get to our next segment, which is about LK&G's biggest fan.
Stephen has always been fascinated by puppets.
Yeah, Steve loves puppets.
I know he loves the puppets. He's got a real passion for doing puppets.
Ask a friend, a coworker, or even his mom, and they will all tell you the same thing. Steve Tompkins loves puppets. Did you make some pizza for me?
No,
No, that's all right. I'll just dig in your garbage when we're done.
Okay.
Steve, who lives in Lakeville, has a basement filled from floor to ceiling with his various collections. Horror films, I Love Lucy, Star Trek figures, and more. But the one thing that Steve likes best of all is the Lakeville Kids in Government TV show.
I like all the different characters and how they move and how they talk to people.
Steve's mom, Deb, will tell you that he has been fascinated with puppets since he was a kid.
I have videotapes of him doing puppet shows when he was early elementary school. For some odd reason, he's been fascinated by them, and that's part of the autism.
Yes, my good buddy Steve has autism. As a raccoon, I wasn't sure what autism was. His personal care attendant, Miles Sunday, explained to me what autism is.
It's almost like somebody talking on a cell phone, and you get part of the message, but you don't get the whole message, and it's kind of garbled. And it might take a day or maybe a week to process exactly what the extent of the message was. So it takes some time, a lot of patience.
Steve's mom, Deb, knows that when things sometimes get too much for him, the puppets come to his rescue.
He came upstairs with a puppet on his hand, and the puppet was telling us what was wrong with Stephen. And so Miles and I ended up actually having a conversation with the puppet to say, well, what do you think's bugging Steve today? And so that it was easier for the puppet to tell us, I think, than for him to actually express his feelings.
Steve's autism doesn't stop him from leading a pretty normal life like the rest of us. He has a job doing various duties at the Minnesota Valley Humane Society in Burnsville. One thing Steve doesn't forget about when he goes to work is how much he likes Lakeville Kids in Government.
He enjoys watching it, and if he doesn't catch it on TV, he'll watch it on the internet.
As host of the Lakeville Kids in Government show, I've known about our biggest fan for quite some time. He was persistent enough to find a raccoon's phone number to make a very special request.
He was determined to get some Chuck E. Cheese type puppets made, and that's why he saw your program, saw these puppets, wondered where you had your puppets made, and then found Shelley, who in turn made his puppets.
He was very kind, and he knew exactly what he wanted.
Shelley Cody, who I've known for years and is my own personal tailor and adopted mother, got the chance to work with Steve in creating his puppets.
He took a bunch of pictures for me, and he gave them to me, and he said, no, I want this, and I want that, and I want this, and I want to make sure that his eyes are perfect, and I want this. And I was very nervous, to be honest with you.
Shelley has been successfully designing and creating puppets for more than 30 years. However, with Steve, it wasn't, here are the finished puppets and we'll see you later, Buster.
Well, he was very sweet. He left with the puppet, and he said, thank you very much. He'd look at the puppet, thank you very much, and oh, oh, yeah, I like it. And then he would leave. His mom would call me and say the puppet didn't have the right hat.
He notices every little tiny detail. And so if there was some little tiny detail about those puppets, and Shelley would say to him, well, would you like me to change it or whatever? And that's where he initially would say, no, that's fine.
With his puppet arsenal now fully complete, our biggest fan had one last request of this raccoon, and that was to do a puppet show with me. And I was more than happy to make that wish come true. Steve and I made sure we had all of our puppets in place, moved our puppet stage into position, and we were now ready for the show. Hey, I can smell your breath over here. Did you have too much garlic and anchovies?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, open up your mouth. Let me take a look. As I bring this segment to a close, I want to say how much I enjoyed my time with my buddy Steve Tompkins, the Lakeville Kids in Government show's biggest and best fan. Thank you, Steve. Kleenex. Anyone have a Kleenex? Oh, thank you. Oh, I gotta finish. Sorry, folks. Thanks, Steve. And we say thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you got my garbage for me so I can eat it?
Yeah,
Come on, let's hit the garage, man.
Okay.
Hey everyone, R the Raccoon back here with my good friends from Mrs. Mosier's first grade class at Christina Huddleston Elementary. Hey, you guys are doing great. Are you having fun?
Yes!
Boy, you guys are real loud. Did you know that?
Yes!
Yeah. Well, you do a good job. Well, here's our final question for you guys. How old do you have to be to vote? Do you have to be 18, 375, or my armpit smell? What's the answer? 18, you guys are incredibly smart. And to reward you, you know what you guys get to do? You get to introduce the blooper segment, so hit it!
And here's today's blooper!
Yeah, here's today's bloopers, folks. Good job.
produced, directed, starred, and... Shoot, I couldn't think of it. I am a dip. Do it again. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Bellhop! Bellhop, where is that bellhop? I've been ringing and ringing for the bellhop! I'm now talking to some of the adults in the adult painting class, and I'm joined now by Hermione. Was that your name?
Hermine.
Hermine. I'm a pig. What do I know? Now, if any of you want to be a pet owner, this is the perfect way to have a little cat. A cat made out of clay. How you doing, Lily? Oops! It just meowed. No! Boy, those bloopers were really funny, weren't they, guys? Yeah! Oh, I love those bloopers. Well, hey, we need to introduce a new segment here on Kids in Government. And to do that, here's Louie the dog at the Minnesota State Capitol in St. Paul. How are you, Louie?
Hey there,
Would you please give us this month's historic point?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, nice job, Louie. Wasn't that a good historic point? Yeah, it was. Well, folks, that's it for this month's edition of Lakeville Kids in Government. If you have questions on any of the information we've covered, please feel free to give us a call. Our studio line is 952-985-4418, and you can view this and all the programs here on Channel 16 at www.lakevilleMN.gov. And hey, you guys did a great job. I really appreciate it. And to end the show, you know what I'd like you guys to do? It's time to give our big hugs. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. How about hug me up? Give me hugs. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time.